Okay, and if you need anything throughout the session, go ahead and continue using the chat at the bottom and put your questions in there, because while I'm talking, this is a webinar, so I can see who is here and that there's 33 people here, but I cannot physically see you. So if you have any questions, you can put it in the Q&A button. You should have that. And you should have the chat feature. So these, we can utilize that throughout this time. And just to let you know, I'm going to do 30 minutes of our virtual open house and just kind of, I can hear you. I'm going to mute her. Hopefully that didn't mute it for them too. We're going to do 30 minutes. I'm just going to go over basics of Virtual Academy, and then we're going to break out into our grade levels so that you can meet your personal teacher. I am the second grade teacher for Virtual Academy, so I may have you, but you could have some of the other teachers, or if you're in first, third, fourth, or fifth. So this is Virtual Academy. It was created last year during the pandemic, but it's continued to be something that people want and prefer to learn. I know all the teachers in here prefer to learn in this virtual setting. And this is just an additional way. We've just expanded our, the school district and how an option for us to learn. We are all from different schools, and I'm looking forward to working for the first time with students from every school and creating personalized learning opportunities through our virtual world and just going through some new opportunities that we've never had before. I really got excited by our virtual world and thinking of the things that we could do now. Just like tonight, it's raining outside and we are not getting wet, trying to find parking. We're sitting in the comfort of our homes and enjoying, and I'm excited to meet everybody. So we're going to go over some of the opportunities we have with Virtual Academy. Some of it, like I've said, is just that personalized instruction. Part of one of the reasons I really like teaching live, but also the asynchronous time, getting to have more of those small groups and really being able to dig in deeper as we're teaching virtually and creating goals and meeting those goals, and also being in your homes and being able to be closer to the families. So this is our RVA teacher team. Amber is in first grade. I'm in second. Miss Reel is in third grade. Miss Gladney's in fourth, and Miss Welsh is in fifth grade. So they can all say hi to you. And we'll be getting to know them a little bit more. This is just a sample schedule. This is not necessarily your schedule that you will see when you get into your own classrooms, but just know that we are starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. Everybody will be starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. You'll have a half an hour lunch, and then you will end at that 3:15 time officially, but both during lunchtime and after school, we will have the asynchronous learning that you will have. Your teachers will go over more in just a little bit, but you had experience with that independent learning time last year, and we'll go over some more of those specifications during our breakout sessions. What's very unique is that not only do we have kids throughout the district, but we also have, you might have specialists from Booter, you might have specialists from Marion, you might have specialists from Iveland if you're in third grade, or in Wyland, depending on what grade you're in. And fifth grade also has Booter specialists. And those, again, your schedule, they'll go a little more into depth with that in your breakout sessions and introduce you to those people. But if you're from your homeschool is not Booter and you are in first or fifth grade, these will be your art, music, librarian, and PE teachers. And at Marion, these are our art, music, library, and PE teachers. And that will be the second grade specialists are from Marion. If you're in third grade, you'll have Iveland specialists, and I think fourth grade has Wyland specialist, and I think I missed saying, but fifth grade also had Booter specialist that will be teaching you during your specialty times. One thing that I'm really excited about this year is last year we didn't have any half days, and those are our days that we have professional development in the afternoon. We learn in the morning. When we go to lunchtime, our virtual students will not be expected to come back after lunchtime. We will be having our learning sessions with other teachers. And what we're going to do on those days, which I put the days on this slide deck, is September 9th, October 14th, November 11th, February 10th, and April 7th. Those are going to be the scheduled days throughout the year that you will have an opportunity to be able to pick up supply bags if there's things from the science kit that you need, or something from the math kit, or maybe your teacher just has an alphabet chart or math manipulatives that you're going to need for the next month or so. Those will be scheduled days. Now, you might not need anything for the next month, so your teacher will let you know, but those will be those scheduled days for pickups. We will announce the locations. We're going to try to spread those locations throughout the Ritenour district. So one month it might be at Marion, 1 month it might be at Iveland, but we'll let you know about those days. And the most exciting part for me is that if you choose to do so, you during those scheduled half days, after you pick up the learner supply bags, there won't be any other children at school. So we will have the opportunity to go to the playground. If you want to meet up with your classroom, you will be invited to the host school. Again, that will be announced on the days coming. But you'll have an opportunity to connect with your classmates, play on the playground, pick up your learner supply bags, and just have fun. And again, we'll send out some more information in those coming days, but just know that those will be on those scheduled pickup days on the half days throughout the year. Another opportunity that we have, and this looks very confusing, but your teacher will kind of give you more information, and this slide deck is posted on the website that we're going to give you. So this is hyperlinked to Bookmobile schedule, and you have the opportunity to call the St. Louis County Library, request books, and those can be sent to one of the Bookmobiles, whichever one is closest to your home. And these are the days that they are going to be at those schools. If you know that you're going to be learning about something, you can schedule like just subjects to be picked up, or maybe somebody loves, maybe you have a certain series that you want. They can bring those to the Bookmobile, and you just have to call the school and just see when the times are available. Just make sure you don't come during their lunchtime or too early or too late. So that's kind of an exciting thing that's happening. You should have already picked up your Chromebook. When you picked up your Chromebook, your curriculum materials would have, you would have gotten those too. Generally, you got some being a reader, being a writer, practice books, maybe a writing handbook, math and social studies book. They vary by grade level, but basically those are the books that you would have gotten. And supplies, again, they will be hyperlinked where it says website down here. But it would be very helpful if you had a desk or a lap desk. I know most of the lists had dry erase board and markers, notebooks, pencils, crayons, those kinds of things. And headphones are very helpful. Saying all of those things, I know I'm going to go over the specifics that I want the kids in second grade to have, but I know I put all of my assignments in Google Classroom, and that's very helpful. I'm going to go over with parents how to track the assignments, making sure that your child is turning everything in. But make sure that throughout the day you have that place to sit. You are able to, this is our learning environment. So I have my learning environment set up. Maybe it's your kitchen table, but just like we put away all my curriculum materials when we're at school, that's what we're going to do at home. So make sure you have your own space, and that you take your breaks when you're supposed to. You eat during those breaks, so that when we're learning, you can really concentrate. But if you need something, make sure that you ask questions, because we all need to take a break, and sometimes we forget to get up and get moving and take care of yourself. But we're at home, so we can take breaks when we need to. Everybody has their own expectations, but again, make sure that you're on time, just like going to real school. Your computer's charged, you keep your camera on. Just like in class, we have to be focused and attentive. This is our classroom, is on the online environment. I know I saw somebody in the chat raise their hand. I know right now I can't. If you have questions, you're putting it in the chat. So those are all really respectful ways to communicate. When we're in our smaller groups, I encourage you guys to unmute and ask questions, but just make sure that we give everybody that voice in the room, and so we can all be learning together. Just like in school, we have counseling services. So we have social workers and counselors at each school. So whoever your teacher's homeschool, the counselor will come and have classes, or if you need to talk to a counselor, those things can also happen for you. We can set up times for you to meet personally, or if we need small groups, we can do that as well. Especially being at home, sometimes we just need somebody to talk to. That also includes any individualized student plans or supports that are needed, reading interventions, math interventions, any kind of special education or ELL services that were supported in person learning. They are also supported in the virtual academy. So they will be pulling out or pushing in however it is working in your child's classroom. If you have any problems with your technology, if it's the Ritenour technology, make sure this is the phone number that you would call, or you can email. I think it's sometimes funny that they add the email, because if my computer's not working, I can't email sometimes, but you can always email the tech support for information about your computer and to get help with that. I hope that you're excited about being in the virtual academy, that like the rest of us. And I look forward to hopefully meeting you at the community days if you feel comfortable to do that. And if you have any questions, I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. Hopefully, let's see. Why stop sharing? There we go. So we should see everybody back on there. And maybe some of our panelists can say hi, or see if there was any questions that would be for the good of the cause that I didn't go over, or anything that I missed while I was talking.
We just have one question that a couple other people might need answered. Hi, I'm Miss Gladney, fourth grade teacher. When were we supposed to pick up Chromebooks? I haven't received one yet. The answer was today was device distribution day. It's okay if you haven't picked it up yet. Just make sure you call your homeschool tomorrow. Give them your name so they know that you're coming, whether it's you or whether it's your family. But the school should be opened during normal school hours, so someone should answer.
And really everybody's homeschool was different. So some people did it, like Kratz did it last Thursday. My school, Marion, did it last Friday. So, but if you haven't gotten your Chromebook or your curriculum materials, call your homeschool, and that's where you'll pick them up from. Any other questions? That was for the good of the cause.
Can I get a link to Miss Gladney?
So we
Yes.
are gonna break out into our separate rooms here in a minute. I think it's probably, there we go. Miss Gladney just put in the Google site. So if you click on that, I will show you what it'll go to. So you should, if you click on that site that's in the chat, you will be directed to this site. And if you are in Miss Amber, can you say your last name? Because I always call you Amber. I never call you by your last name.
Yeah, it's Mrs. Shides.
Yes, if you want to just say hi and tell people what to do.
Hi, so you guys can go ahead and click that link, and then in a moment I'll be over to let you guys into my Zoom if you want to meet with me,
Okay.
if you're in first grade.
And this is I use Google Meet. So if you want to click on this little bar right here that says Google Meet, I will also be over there in a few minutes. Miss Real, do you want to say hi and tell your friends what to do?
Hi everyone, it's Miss Real. I see a lot of my first grade friends, but Miss Real is now teaching third grade this year. Miss Gladney, she put a wonderful Google document inside of the chat. If you click on it and look for my classroom, I'll see you guys in a minute.
All right, thank you. Okay, Miss Gladney, you want to say hi to everyone?
Hello, everyone. I just put the link in the chat again. We cannot be in 2 Zooms at the same time. So once this meeting is over, we will join you in the meeting individually. Also, teachers, please copy this link, because if parents need to go to another Zoom, we'd want them to have that link in our classrooms also. So make sure we copy it for them.
Right, and Miss Gladney brought up a good point that some people have multiple children, so they might go to Miss Gladney's for 10 minutes and then have to pop over to Miss Reel's for another 10 minutes. We'll be on here until 6 o'clock. And even a little bit after if we need to. Molly, do you want to say hi?
Hi, I'm Dr. Welsh. I'm the 5th grade teacher. I just noticed you have my name spelled wrong. So if you're trying to get my my email, it's actually WELSH. So I tell my students always, it's like, shh, be quiet. WELSH. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom of that link that Ms. Gladney put in the chat, you can click on our Zoom and I will be there in a few minutes.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. And again, you can't be in 2 Zooms at once. So my only fear is that I will stay, because mine's a Google Meet. So I will stay in Zoom and pop over to my Google Meet. And if there's a problem, my 2nd grade friends just might have to be patient for a minute while I help the people that did not get on.
So there's a couple people in the chat saying they don't see the link. So if you guys click on the chat, Miss Gladney sent a link to all of the teachers' Zoom or Google Meets. So you'll click on the link from the chat, and then from there you can find which teacher the link you need.
And I'll make sure that everything's linked. Some people are saying they don't see mine. So I'll make sure mine is hyperlinked also. But until then, we will meet you guys at thank you for coming. And we look forward to meeting you guys in just a couple minutes. If there's a problem with the link, then please, yes, just my link does work. I'm about to join mine now. So thank you for coming. Please use the link that's in the chat.
All right, I will see my first grade friends in my Zoom. Thanks, guys.